Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me. So today we're looking at this really cool accessory for my new truck. I just got this truck a couple weeks ago. It's a 2026 Silverado 2500HD. This is the Cypress gray color. One of the accessories that I knew I needed to have once I bought this truck was some kind of power running board. And I partnered with Westin Automotive. They've partnered with me on this video. And we're going to try out these Westin, these are the Pro-E electric running boards. They deploy when you open the door, they retract when you close the door, so really easy to use, and they have a really nice DIY kit. So I put these on, took me about 3 or 4 hours to install this. So we'll go through the installation process a little bit later, but I wanted to just give you kind of an overview of these, how they look and how they work. So this is the driver's side. You can see how it folds down. It gives a nice step, 300-pound weight capacity. It's a 6-inch board. And it's got this black powder coated. There's a texture to it, so it's not gonna, even if it gets wet, it's still not gonna be real slippery. You have these nice LED lights. There's one for front, one and the rear. You can kind of position those wherever you want, so that way you can see where you're stepping in the dark. It has these heavy-duty, waterproof motors, 2 on each side. They install with just 2 screws. And installation is really easy because you have just two screws holding this on, 2 screws holding that on into the pre-drilled factory locations. When you close the door, the magnetic switch activates and they just retract. Barely noticeable, and they're not going to interfere. If you're off-roading, they're not going to really hang down, so they're not going to interfere, but it provides for a great step up to help get up into the cab of the truck. I like how quickly they deploy, so I'm going to open the door here and just show you how quickly they deploy. Before you even get the door open, they're down, so you don't have to wait for them, which is really nice. And then you can easily just step up in here. Here's the look at the magnetic switch here. There's a switch on this side and on the other side for the front door, and then you have a magnet here that activates that switch. So as soon as you close it, there is a little bit of delay, so that way if you open the door again, they don't have to keep coming back out. But you can see on this side here how great it looks. Really not noticeable. It just gives it kind of that little bit of a look underneath there. Because I really like the look of how the truck looked without the running boards, but this just gives there's a little bit, you can notice it just a little bit there. So when you open the door, it comes down really quick, and it's just a nice easy step up into the cab, and they retract super easy as well. These have a 5-year warranty, and they connect directly to the battery, so they'll even work when the vehicle's not running. They're nice and sturdy. When you step on them, there's really not a lot of movement to them, so it has a great weight capacity. Also, here's a disabling switch. Right now it's on. That means the steps will turn on and deploy, retract as soon as the doors are open and closed. Turn this off. So I hit the off switch, tucks them under, and then now they will not deploy. So if you're working on your truck or you're going to be in and out of it and you don't want them to deploy, that's a great kind of override switch. This you're going to be able to put wherever you want. It wires in from, you bring the wires up from the floor on that side, and you can kind of wire this really anywhere that's convenient for you, wherever works for your truck. I decided to put mine right there. I really like this accessory, guys. This really changes the ability to be able to get in and out of the truck really easily. I think they have a great look, really stealthy, and function really well. You can just tell it's a well-made product. Westin has a great reputation for automotive accessories, so be sure to see the link to these down below, and be sure to check out their website with all the other accessories that they offer. Now I'm going to show you guys just kind of an overview of what the installation process is like. It's pretty straightforward. The instruction manual is actually really well written, a lot of great pictures. So I'm going to give you kind of an overview so you can kind of know what to expect, how to go through some of the steps in the installation process. It really is a DIY friendly kit. It does require removing a few panels on the inside and running some wires under the frame underneath, and then running wire up to the battery for power. So pretty straightforward. So let's get into the installation part. So just getting this unboxed. Now if you go to westinautomotive.com, you're able to type in your year, make, and model and see the ones that are able to fit for your vehicle. This one's for the Chevy Silverado 1500 and 2500 and 3500 HD trucks. Everything's laid out, unboxed, everything's packaged really well. Just to go through everything we have here, we've got a wiring harness. Now we do have to run power from the battery to a control box here. That control box controls all of the motors. So we've got 4 of these step motor brackets. They're all labeled really nicely, so it shows right rear, right front. It's written on all of those where they go, so there's no mistaking those. We got our manual. Here's lights. It does shine light down there, so there's 4 lights, 2 on each side to see in the dark. We've got some zip ties, some bolts for the running boards. These are for the brackets. We've got an override switch on off, and then we've got, these are the magnet activation switches that we're going to put inside of the doors. So starters, we're going to get these installed. We're going to go underneath the truck and install these. There's just 2 bolts that hold these on underneath, 2 on each side. We'll get those mounted up, and then we can work on putting in the running boards in place, and then we'll work on kind of the wiring process. All right, we're under the truck. This is the mounting point right here. There's actually a little, you can see these little plugs here. All these holes are plugged up. Just get a screwdriver, pop these out. This is the 2, these are threaded holes. You're just gonna use the included bolts to mount it up here, and we're gonna remove this grommet here. All right, so just getting this tightened up here. There's the bolt up there, and then we've got one here. This one's a little harder to get to. You can get it hand tight, and then I'm going to use a swiveling ratcheting wrench. This is a 10 millimeter. These are all 10 millimeter bolts, so just get a 10 millimeter socket or wrench to be able to get these tightened down. I'm just going to finger tighten them right now, and then we're going to get the rear one on and the boards on before we do a final tightening. Okay, this is on the driver's side looking towards the rear. These are the furthest most back mounting holes we're going to use. So we just got to remove this grommet here, pop these clips out, and we'll be able to mount it right here, and it'll kind of sit in this area. Passenger side here, mounting locations are the same. This is the front one, but on the passenger side we're doing this control module, and this one is about 2 dots over, and you screw into this one. There's also a bolt here at the top. Just screw those in with the same 10 millimeter bolts. And then when we run our harness, there's 4 connections here that are going to plug into this. All right, with our mounts in front and rear, we're ready to install the running board. And these install with, there's 2 holes right in here. The 5 millimeter Allen bolts go in those. And there's these sliding mounts as well. So this is going to slide, and we're going to slide into place. So once we get it mounted, we'll be able to move it into place to the right position. I'm just screwing these in here. It helps it to get them started if you kind of lift the board up like this. That's kind of gets it into position properly. It seems like you struggle if you don't get it in the right angle. So I'm just going to get these screwed in loosely so that way they're in, and then I'll be able to adjust, do some final adjustments to get it in the right position. Okay, with this loosely on, see how I can kind of move this back and forth, get it in the right position. I just want to get it kind of lined up. All right, just getting the wiring harness kind of laid out. This part here that has these bare wires, this one goes into the cab, and we're on the passenger side here. It's going to go underneath, it's going to come up from underneath. Right now, I'm just getting the carpet exposed. Just take the pop off this panel. We're going to pop off the door sill area. We'll be able to pull the carpet back, and there's like a part that you can drill out, and it shows it in the instructions pretty easy. I'll show you when I get to there, and that way we'll be able to get that up through here, run the wires to the driver's side, run the other ones over to here. That one with the fuses, that one's going up to the battery, and then the rest are just going to each of the 4 step motors. So there's 2 for the driver's side that goes across the frame. We're going to secure that under the frame, and then 2 for the passenger side here. Okay, there's our plug right there. See that gray plastic plug? It's actually plastic, so it's not hard to drill out. I'll show you what it looks like from the underside. So there's what it looks like on the bottom of it. So we'll just run those wires up through there, and we can route them into the cab. All right, we got our wires brought up through here. We're going to leave about that much of the wire loom out. The white and this clip here are going to go to the driver's side, and I'm wiring it. I'm going to pull them up through here, route them around this area, and then down to the driver kick plate. And then the brown wire stays on this side, and it gets wired back to this pillar here. From the driver's side here, we're running this white wire. I had to take this panel off right here. There's just a little, like a 6 millimeter bolt to get this panel off, and then we can run this kind of diagonal to down over here. And that way we can get our magnetic switches hooked up to both the doors. Our shutoff switch is going to be routed around here. I think we're just going to install it right up here on the panel. Now for the part of doing this wiring switch, there's a magnetic switch here, and there's a magnet that goes on the door, so each of the doors has that. This white wire that we ran to the driver's side is going to plug into this connector here, and then this is the magnetic switch that's going to be put through the door here. And then the other side of this harness has a one for the back, so we had to kind of peel back this panel here. There's just clips. This just pops out. So this is on the driver's side. This is like the B pillar. Pop that back, and then we can slip this through and set up the magnet on the door and on the door sill right here. There are specific measurements in the instructions on like how far to measure down and where to put it, and then where to put it on the door. So we're going to get those taken care of. So here's from the rear. This is the rear driver's side. Here's the panel we pulled back. There's a little 10 millimeter bolt in here that we get to. I just used a ratcheting wrench, a little 10 millimeter bolt. There's a ground wire you need to attach to that right there. We have our connector. Basically, you just pull up this rubber weather strip, wrap this around there, and then we have it at 2 inches down here, and then we're going to put our magnet 2 inches below this hinge right here. So that way that the magnet lines up with this switch, it turns it on and off, and then we can just button everything up here. I have my panels all back in, and you can see here, this is how this is sitting. This is the sensor inside the driver's side door, front door. This gasket here goes over the top of the wire, and then the rest of the harness goes over on the other side. So the back door has something that looks like that. Now what I did is I didn't take the adhesive off this magnet because I want to make sure that it's going to work first, and it's just really just magnetized on there. So it'll just stay on there. I can test it out. If it's going to work, I can just make a mark, take the adhesive off, put it back on this, because when that closes, that magnet activates the switch to open or close the steps here. We have everything wrapped up in the cabin so far. Now we're going to work on the wiring harness down below. We're going to hook up all the connectors to the module and then run them across and then hook up each individual motor to the appropriate connector. All right, I have all the wiring completed underneath the truck here. I just want to give you an idea kind of what's involved here. So you have your module here. That's the rear motor, and then we've got the front one just back up here, right here. The challenging part here was just getting this. From the module here, there's a part that goes over to the driver's side. You can see there's this this type of cable here. I routed it right, here's the transfer case, routed it right in front of it. It's kind of resting on a skid plate, and then kind of behind this, I have a little zip tie right here. But it's all the way across there, and then the other part is just taking the wire. All of this is excess cable that goes up to the battery. So from here, we're routing up. Here's like the front fender, and then it just goes up to the right up behind the wheel well liner in the front passenger side, up to the engine compartment, up to the battery. So we have a lot of excess, which is nice to have, but I just kind of zip tied all that up here out of the way. So here in the engine bay, we just got the battery cover off. There's a couple of terminals here. We got the red wire with the fuse. That's connected here to this circuit. Any of these are hot. I could have connected it here. I just didn't want to have this fuse inside of this connector. I wanted it hanging off to the edge here. And then I've got my ground just to the ground terminal there. And this just goes down. So it's all pretty straightforward there. It's really easy access. There's a big opening there, so you don't have to really, it's not challenging to get the wire up from the bottom up to here. All right, here's the driver's side. Here's where the wire's coming across here. You can kind of see there's a skid plate. It's resting on there. Comes up here, and then I just got it zip tie. It comes with a bunch of zip ties. You can just zip tie the wiring harness there, and then there's a clip that goes to the front motor, and then the rear one back to there. And then there's also these lights. So these lights just install, this is right by the driver's front. So you just want to put the lights kind of right here on this little pinch weld, kind of this pinch rail right here. Put them right there so that way you're able to see where you're stepping in. So that's kind of an overview of the installation process. Pretty straightforward. Everything's kind of labeled really well. All the motors are all labeled, so you really can't mess anything up. So pretty straightforward. Guys, so hopefully that's helpful. Be sure to see the link to this down below. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.